Now let me give you a complete walkthrough about the architecture we have designed for this application and what are the pages, what are the components, what are the models, and how you can able to deploy the contract and do all of the testing. So this is what exactly we have in the complete project. You can able to modify every single section of this particular project. So the very first section we have in the project is our navigation bar, where you can able to display your logo, your brand name, and we have this different menu tab, and we have a connect to wallet button. The second section we have is the hero section, where you can display the details about your token, and here we have a button for read documents, so user can click and they can able to have the detail about the project which you're going to provide. You can simply do the modification in the images. The second section we have is the pre-sale countdown timer. Here you have to display the data about the project which you are running on, that how long this pre-sale will start, and this countdown timer we have. You can simply change all of this. That's the second section we have. The third section we have is the brand section. You can easily able to display or you can simply remove, and this will help you to gain popularity, gain trust among the investor. Then we have the about us section, where you can display in detail about your project, that what are the models we are utilizing, what is your future plan. That's all you can explain in detail about the project. So that's the section we have here. We have a nice section, we have an over effect, looks pretty good. The next one we have is the introduction section about the project, that what is your mission. That's all you can display, and you can able to do that. Then we have the roadmap section, where you can display. We have this beautiful slider. You can simply click and it will take you to the right hand side. You can click here, it will take you to the left hand side. So this is the roadmap section which you can edit and provide your detail. Then we have the investor ecosystem, so you can display that what is your future plan about this particular project. Initially you will start with one blockchain, then later you can simply define that what are the future plans you have, which you can simply provide here, and the details. Then we have the founder. This will help you a lot when you will visual yourself in the marketplace and explain that we are the one who behind this particular projects. In that way you will have more trust among your investors. So you can display your founders, your co-founders. Here we have the team section. You can display any popular figure who's are investing and promoting your project. So you can simply display. We have multiple tab system which you can simply explain. We have a beautiful over effect on it. Then we have the partner section. You can display that who you are partner with, where your token is available. That's all you can display right up here. User can click and they can go to different section of your part. Then we have the next component is the event, and when you're going to highlight your project in multiple website, multiple platform, and you can share your link, the articles right up here, so they can read about it. In this way you will gain trust. So the more promotion you will do about your project is going to help you. You can simply display the news articles about your project. You need to create the hype, and that's all you can simply highlight here. We have a beautiful slider. You can simply slide through that. That's all we have here. We have this perfect. Now we have this FAQ section, where you can highlight the important question about your project. So user can simply close, open. They can see the details about the project if they have anything, and they can simply read about it. Then we have the footer section. We have the social media icon which you can simply attach. So this is the complete front-end code for our homepage, where we are displaying all the details about our project. Now you can click on the relevant tabs, the menu, and you will go back to the relevant section. So if you click on the feature, you will come back to the feature section. If you click on this roadmap, you will come back to the roadmap section. And we have added the document details. So if you click on this project, it's going to give you this dashboard, where you can able to provide more information about your token to your investor. So they will have the overview section. You can simply replace all of this text, all the information based on your project. That I've given this dummy data, but you can simply do the editing. If you come back to the tokenize, there you will find the information. So if you have a liquidity in some exchange, you can highlight that. The team, marketing, reserve, that's all you can provide. You can see the roadmap, you can highlight that. You can see how to buy. So where else this token is available for sale. So right now we are having this pre-sale, but if you have an ICO and which going to be run in the future, you can simply highlight that as well. If it's available in particular exchange, you can highlight that. You can also talk about the security which is available in the project. That's all you can highlight. So this is the dashboard where user can gain more information about your project. Looks pretty good. Then we have the contact us, and this section I have included to provide more trust, because most of the project which you will find, they don't have this kind of things, which often create a problem of trust. So here we have provided all of this detail. You can simply provide or you can remove. It's 100% customizable. So user can give their name, details, messages, and company, and they can send you the message so you can contact them back. So that's the one we have. You can also click here and you will have the detail about the documents about the project. So this is how it's going to look our home page, and as you can see that I'm not connected with the wallet. So the moment I will click on this connect wallet, it's going to give me this model, and I can pick any particular framework to connect. But before you connect and use any particular wallet, make sure you need to have fund and you need to have that network configuration in your wallet. Then you have to pick. So I can go with wallet connect. So I can simply open this wallet connect, and it's going to give me the scanner, so I can scan it and I can connect. Or I can simply open this marketplace, and it's going to give me the model where I can pick any other wallet provider. But make sure you have to create your account in that wallet provider first, then try to connect, otherwise it's not going to work. That's obvious. I'll simply close this one, and I'm going to use this MetaMask because I already have in my browser, and here I have it. I'm going to simply give my credential, and here I will click on this connect, and it's processing, and finally I'm connected, and you can see this particular button is available. So once the user will connect, they can able to see the network which the Presale is going on. So you can able to see that we are currently testing on localhost, but you can literally deploy to any network, Ethereum main network, but you have to use on EVM compatible chain. You can see the fund. You can click here. From here you can able to copy your address, or you can simply disconnect. I'm disconnected. I can click one more time. I will have this model. I can simply click on connect, and it's going to simply open up this. I have to do the connection one more time, and finally I will have this button back, and I'm connected, and all the details is reflecting fine. So now I can simply come back here in the claim token, and the moment I will click, it will take me to the Presale page. There I can able to see and claim the token. So right now you can see this is the navigation bar for our Presale page. You can able to find, and you can go to the different sections. So you can come back to the home, you can go back to the home. I'll simply come back here and go back to the claim token one more time, and I can go back to the transfer, I can go back to the token calculator, and I can go back to the admin, and this one is only visible to admin, or you can simply hide it, there is no problem. Here we have the hero section for the Presale. You can simply do the modification, click on participate, and here you will have. So currently the Presale is going on, and right now you can see we have all of this. So what I will do, I can simply participate very quickly, then I can explain because I have 4 minutes left. So I can simply come back here and clear my MetaMask history, because this is the weird problem we have in MetaMask when you are testing locally. So I have done that. Now I can simply come back here and I can invest, let's say 2. So you can see this is the valid because the max value is 2. I can click on this contribute, and it's going to make a call. I can simply click on confirm, and the transaction is completed successfully. Max contribution is rich, and that's why you are getting this on. Perfect. Now I'm going to switch my account quickly. I'll go back to account number 4, click on connect, change to setting, advanced, and reload the page. I can come back here, and this time I'm going to contribute, let's say 2. It's a valid because that's the max valid contribution we can do. Let's do that. The contribution is done. Now let me switch my account one more time. That's while I will go to account number 5, connect. Now let's do the investment, call 2, because I have to reach the soft cap, and the soft cap is 10. So that's what I have to reach. So I got that 6 left. I need 10 more. Reload the page. Now I can come back here. Let's give this 2 one more time so I can reach the soft cap, and the transaction is successful. Now I have to do one more so I can reach the soft cap. 2 minutes left. So I can simply come back here. I'll come back to the 7. Let's clear my MetaMask history, and I can simply come back here. So we are done with 8. Now let's give the final contribution, and let's call this. We have done with the contribution, and I've reached soft cap. So everything is working fine. Now I want to show you one thing. So the user can also give the contribution in the decimal point as well, because that's the logic I have implemented. Because you need to have a proper foundation in the pricing. So if I want to invest like this, I can do that. Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can invest according to it, or I can invest 1. Okay. You can also invest in the decimal point, which you can able to see that what are the option you will have. So if you invest this, you will get this much token, this much, this much, this much. Perfect. So this time I want to invest, let's say 5. So I can simply come back here, select all, remove, and I want to invest 0.5, and it's a valid investment. So I can simply click here, and every single thing is damaging based on your investment. So I have invested, and you can see the maximum investment limit I have set to 2. So still I haven't reached that limit, so I can invest more. If I want to invest, let's say one more, and can click on this contribute. So I have this much. Still I can invest 0.5, like 0.5. If I do that, I can make an investment, and let's click on this confirm. And now I have reached my final investment cap. So user can invest in multiple stage. That's the feature we have. We are focusing on the max contribution of that particular user. So I'm going to simply reload the page, and now you can see that it's going to be end in 45 seconds. So every single thing is looking good. You can able to find all the stats about your investment. So total investment we have got so far is 12 ETH, and we have reached our soft cap, and that's why you can see this tick. The hard cap we have set to 50. This is the minimum bid which we are allowing user. So you can able to modify every single thing. Every single thing is customizable. Right now you can see that total number of contributors we have 6, and I have invested 2 ETH with this particular account, and this is much token I will get in pack. And you can see this price is per token. So if you're going to calculate the price of one token, because in 1 ETH we are providing 1 million token. So if you're going to do the calculation, you will find that one token will cost this much ETH. So you can able to provide all the information. So finally the time here is over. Now you have to simply reload the page, and right now you will find this status that presale ended, kindly wait. So now the admin of the contract has to complete the presale manually. Then the user can start claiming the token, or if their soft cap does reach, they can be able to refund the fund. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here. I can go back to the account number 3, which is the admin, and I have to clear my MetaMask so I can show you. Reload the page, and this is what I have. Okay, so far you have understood the state is changed to presale end, and now I can able to claim. But before I claim, I have to simply complete the presale manually. So if you come back here in the transfer, right now I don't have any token in my wallet because we haven't claimed it. If you can come back to the calculator, there you can able to find all the details according to the pricing we have sent. Now I can come back to the admin, and here I will find all the details about the contract and how much investment we have got. We have got the control over the contract, so we can make some account as a tax free or as a burn free. That's all we can control right from here. So you can see this is the top bar we have. We can simply click and refresh. You can see the admin of the contract which has the control of this particular dashboard, so can control the smart contract. You can see the total number of contribution you have got, total of user, how much token is going to be claimed by the user who take part in this presale, and this much fund is available in your contract. So you can able to withdraw this fund only when the presale is end. Right now you can see this button is visible, so you can easily able to end the presale. When you do that, the user can start claiming their token because we have successfully reached our soft cap. You can able to find the progress bar. Here you can able to check all the stats. So you can come back here and you can find all the user who took part in the presale. If you want to exclude any one of this account from taxation for burning, you can do that. So if I want to exclude my admin, I can click on this exclude, and it's going to make a process. I can simply click on this confirm, and the transaction is completed, and I have excluded this particular user. If I want to include in the taxation, I can do that. If I want to exclude this one as well, so I can simply click on the exclude and click on this confirm, and this user is excluded for the taxation. So when they will make the transaction, they will not be charged for taxation. If you want to change the check the status, you can simply copy and you can simply paste here, and you can able to find the address status. This is not excluded, so you can exclude. If you want to come back here and you can check this address which is excluded for the taxation, you can simply see that. You can simply include that as well. So I can click on this include, and this is included. I can do the same thing. Let's click on OK. I can do the same thing with this one, and I can paste the address here and you can see the status. I can simply include this in taxation. Perfect. Click on this OK, and everything is dynamic. The moment you reload the page, everything will be changed. Now we got all the 6 accounts in the taxation category, so they can pay the taxes and the burning. Every single thing is looking good. Now we have to end that, and this particular function will only run when the presale is ongoing. So the initial presale, in that I'm providing 1 million token for 1 ETH. That's the ratio I have set. So if the user invests 1 ETH, they will get 1 million token, but you can set that to any limit. So I can simply end this presale. Let me click on this confirm, and the transaction is completed. Now the user can able to claim their preset. So I can simply come back here, reload the page, go back to my home page. I'm in the home page already. I'm connected. I can click on this claim token, and here I'm in the presale. From here I can able to have the button to claim the token. So presale ended successfully. I'm getting this button, and right now I have not claimed the token. So I can click on this claim token. It's going to make a call, and I have to simply click on confirm, and the transaction is completed. I have claimed the token successfully. Click here. You can able to find the status right up here that you have claimed your token successfully. The moment you will come back to the let's say admin panel, there you can able to find the details that you have claimed this much token. Only one user have claimed, which is me, and that's what I can see, that this is the current supply, but still 1 million token is available for claiming. If you come back here in the dashboard, and if you go back to the transfer, your fund will be reflect here. If you want to transfer, you can simply do the transfer and put the address, and you can able to transfer only to those accounts which took part in this particular presale. But if you use any other wallets like MetaMask, Coinbase, where you have the token, from there you can able to do the transaction, and there is no problem in that. Perfect. Now what I will do, I'm going to simply switch my account to the account number 4 to show you that I can claim my token with this particular account as well, because I have done the investment here as well. So if I see, come back here in the transfer, I have 0, and I have this much fund is available. I can able to claim my token. So I have claimed successfully. Click on it, and I have got my token. So let me claim from all the account so I can show you the maximum supply. Let's come back here. So we have claimed the token. Perfect. Now I can come back here, go back to the account number 6. Let's claim it from here as well. Let's click on this claim token. Perfect, I claimed that. Come back here, go back to the account number 7. Reload the page, and I can click on this claim token, and I have claimed the token successfully. Now I can go back here one more time. Let's go back to the account number 8. I guess this is the last account. Let's quickly claim so we can able to see all the stats. So I can come back here, click on claim, and click on confirm. Perfect. So I have claimed from all the account which I have used for testing. If I use any other account, you will see I will not able to have that option. So I'll simply clear it up and click on advanced, reload the page. You will find that I'm not getting an option because this user haven't invested. That's why everything is 0. Now I can simply come back to the admin panel, and I can show you few options which I have. I can clear it up, my terminal account, reload the page. Perfect. Now I can click on this admin, and you can able to find all the stats. So you can see that this much token claimed successfully by all the user who took part in the pre-sale. Perfect. And I can able to withdraw this fund which is available in my contract. So I can click this function, and it's going to simply withdraw all the fund which I have in the contract, and this will be 0. So the withdrawal is over. Reload the page, and here you can see the fund is withdrawn successfully, because sometimes it took a little bit time to register a transaction on the blockchain. So we can able to withdraw the fund successfully, and that's all we have here. Now what I can do is, so as an admin, I can able to mint more token. For example, like right now I have 2 million token in my wallet. If I want to mint 1 more million, I can do that, or any number I can mint, and this token will be come back to my wallet address as an admin. So I can simply click on this mint. It's going to make a transaction. I have to simply click here, and the supply went up. So token minted successfully. I have mint, and you can see the supply went up. This is the token claimed by the user, and I have mint more token using this function. If I want to disable the minting so no one can mint token, I can do that. I can click on this disable minting. The transaction is the process. I have to simply click on confirm, and now everything is disabled. So the moment I will try to mint, nothing will happen. I can able to select it. So first I have to simply enable the minting process, then I can able to mint the token. Then I can able to provide that, and I can able to have all of this. Perfect. Now let me show you what will happen when the user will do the transfer of the token. So I can simply come back to the home page, and I can go back to the claim token section, and you can see that here I have this transfer function. I can able to transfer the token to any wallet address. So this much token supply I have, and I can simply come back to the account number 3. I'm the admin, and come back to the token section. You can see this is the token address which I have already imported, which I will show you. This much supply I have, and if I want to transfer to any address, I can do that. So when I will do that, the tax will be taken. So for example, if I'm transferring 100 token to account number 4, one token will be burned and one token will I will receive as a tax in this particular account, because I am the admin in this account. Okay, so what I will do, I'm going to simply take the address of the account number 4, and I can simply click on detail, copy, and let's come back to account number 4 to show you. You can see we have this much supply, this much token we have in account number 4. And if I come back to the account number 3, because I'm going to use account number 3 for transfer, I have already copied the address of the account number 4. Make sure to do exactly the way I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to simply copy, replace, refresh this one, and click here. And now I can simply give the address. I can give the quantity which I want to transfer. So I'll go with 100 to show you the difference. Okay, this much token I'm transferring to account number 4. I'll click on this transfer token. It's in the process. Let's click on this confirm, and the transaction is successful. We have transferred the fund successfully to that account. And this time you will find that we have taken the charge of tax as well as the burning. So if I come back here, you will see that I will got one token. I transfer 100 token, but it's only went 99. One token got burned, and that user account number 4 will receive 98 token. So if I come back to the account number 4, you will see it will have 98 token. If account number 4 try to transfer the token to any wallet address using MetaMask, they can do. So for example, what I will do, I'm going to take the account number 4, so show you that you can able to transfer the token using MetaMask as well. Still we're going to charge the taxation, because all of this account is there in the taxation. We haven't excluded any the account. So what I will do, I'll come back here. I'll first simply clear my MetaMask. Got it. Now I'll come back here. I'm already selected the token. Click on the send, and I can give the address, which is the account number 5, and I want to transfer, let's say 100 token or any token. I click on this continue. Here I have to simply do the confirmation, and the transaction ends in the pending mode. You will see that account number 5 will receive 98 token, because one token will burn and one token will be transferred to the admin. So if I come back here, you can see it will receive 98. Okay, it's account number 4. So account number 4 transfer 98 tokens. So if I come back to account number 5, you will see that this particular one will receive 98 token. So I have imported this particular token. So let me do that. I will simply come back here, put my address of my contract, and click on the next, and you can see we got this 98 token which we have transferred from account number 5 to this one. If I come back to account number 3, you will see we got the tax. It went up to 2. Earlier it was 1. So all the thing is working fine, whether the user is using this one or any other model for transferring, still we are charging the taxation. Now let me show you how we can avoid the taxation if anybody is doing the transaction. So what I will do, I'll simply clear this up, and I want to exclude the users for the taxation. So I'm in the account number, let's say 3. Yes, I'm in the account. And click on this admin and come back to the admin section, and from here I can able to exclude. So what I will do, I'll click here, and I want to exclude the admin and the account number 4. So I'll simply exclude. So when they will make the transaction of our token, they will not going to burn or pay any taxation. And I want to exclude this as well, account number 4, and perfectly. So we have excluded this 2 account. They're not going to pay the taxation and burning. So now what I will do, I'll come back to the home page, and I can go back to the claim. There I have it. Let's reload the page sometime, and you can see this time we can use this particular function. So I have this much token, and if I want to transfer the token to the account number 4, so I'll simply come back here. Let's click here, go back to the account number 4, and you can see that right now we have this much 98 token. But this time when I will transfer the token with the account number 3 to account number 4, 100 token, this account number 4 will receive 100 token, not any burn, not any taxation. So I'm going to simply copy this one. I'll simply come back here, paste here, and I'm going to simply clear up my MetaMask history, because this is what you have to do every time. Let's reload the page properly. And if I click on the MetaMask to show you, and this much token we have now, there would be no transaction fee like tax or fund. So this much token I have, I can come back here, I can give the address where I want to do the transfer, and I want to transfer, let's say 100, and click on this transfer token. It's going to make a call, and we have to simply confirm the transaction, and the transaction is completed, and we have transferred 100 tokens. You can see the fund is went down. You can't see it because it's in the million, and we have done a very little transfer. So if I come back, you can see the change in the MetaMask. You can click on this token. It's went down to 8. Earlier it was 9. And right now you've seen that we have not taken any commission as a tax. It's still 2. But if you come back here, account number 4, it's went up to 9. Earlier it was 8. So we have successfully done the transfer, and we have received all 100 token without any taxation. So every single thing is working fine. I hope you have understood that how everything is coming together, how you can simply do the calculation and provide the pre-sale. Every single thing is looking fine. If the pre-sale is not met, like the soft cap we have set for 10 ETH, if it's not met, then user will get the option to request the refund. So once the time period is over and the soft cap is not reached, so admin can simply come back. Admin can come back here, and I'm not the admin, so I can simply switch back my account number 3, because account number 3 is the admin. You can see the logic we have implemented is working absolutely fine. Click here, go back to the admin section, and here I have the admin. If the pre-sale is not succeed and it's failed, we haven't reached the soft cap, then still the admin need to end the pre-sale manually. Once it will end it manually, then the function of withdrawing the fund will be available to the user, like request refund. That's the logic we have implemented, that admin need to end the pre-sale manually. So every single thing is looking good. The responsive mode of this particular application, so this is how it's going to look on the mobile device. You can have this drop down, looks pretty good. You can click and you can go to the different section. Perfect. So this is how it's going to look on a mobile device. We'll have this running. Here we have the slider. You can see this status, all of this we have, which looks perfect and looks good. We have all of this very much responsive for all the section. You have this drop down where you can simply display all the question. We have this manual dragging system. You have to see all the news. If you don't like to add any one of these components, you can simply comment. I'll show you how you can do that. This is how you can simply slide it. So every single thing is looking good. You can click here and you can click and it will take you on top. You can see in all the different screen sizes we have implemented, looks pretty fine. Perfect. If you come back to the claim token section, there you will find the details. If you can see, this is also responsive. This is also responsive. That's how it's going to look. You can click here and you can able to have the details about your project, and here you can able to see. Perfect. All the stats looking great. I can click here. I can go back to the admin because I'm the admin, and that's how admin will see the. You can able to simply update all of that. It can do it. You can see the include, exclude. So I hope you have understood. So that's the complete project overview. Now let me show you that how you have to do the setup. So once you will download the final source code, you will get the zip file. Make sure to extract the zip file. In that you will have this particular folder in which you will have the complete source code of the project which I have give you just the demo. Got it? So make sure to use a zip extractor in your system. Once you will extract, you will get this particular folder. And this is the folder you have to open in your VS Code. So I'll simply click on my VS Code. I'll go back to open. I'll go back to my desktop and I have this folder in this one. So this is the one which I have to open, select and open. Now let me give you a complete walkthrough about the architecture of this particular project which I have included. So let me make a little zoom. So the very first folder you will have in this particular project is the component, in which we have all the component for our application. So we have the address manager. You don't need to make any changes any one of these places. I'll tell you what are the changes you have to do, but you can customize every single thing. So this is the address management tab. We have the connect wallet, counter list, countdown display, counter timer, decimal input, excluded manager, header, notification, presale card, presale status, promotional banner, token balance card, token calculator, we have the minter, we have the transfer, we have the transfer section. So we have all of this component which brings the functionality to our application. So you don't make any changes in any one of these places. Then we have the context in which you will have to files. One is the notification management, which trigger the states of the transaction. Then we have the Web3 context, which allow us to interact with our smart contract and generate the ABI and get the provider and signer object. So don't need to do anything in here. Every single thing is dynamic because all the changes you have to do in your environment variable. And from there, we are getting all the files, all the variables of the contract. So this is our context. Then we have the pages. So altogether, we have 4 pages in our application. You can say 3 because app.js is the global file in which we do all the configuration. So here you will find the complete project. So we are using the popular Wing provider. We are doing the configuration for the error bounding script. This is the network modification query object. And here we have all that. So we are using this font awesome icon for the front end. You will find the context management, the theme color of our pop-up wallet, the notification. And here we have all the script. The internal script we have written for the animation and all. That's all you will find. So you just keep it as it is. We have the admin page. You don't need to make any changes. From here, you can able to control all the feature we are providing to that admin. So we have all of this variable. Then we have the state variable. Then we have all the function like save current, handle, presale, and update. All of this function we have. Just keep it as it is. That's all we have. Then we have the index page. This is going to be our home page where we're going to display the details about the section, about the component. So we have all of this component which is coming from the template, and this is the strategy we follow in the industry. We try to, so this entire template is coming from the template folder because it's a static data. You can simply do the modification in the styling and the text. So we are importing all of that and we are simply providing and calling the component. So if you don't like to display any one of the component, you can simply comment that. So if you don't want to display roadmap, you can simply remove. If you don't want to remove the team area, partner area, FAQ, footer, you can simply remove that. Once you remove it from here, it will not going to display, which I will show you. And we have the presale page. So this is the actual page where user going to claim and do all the presale. So it's a pretty huge page and we have a lot of logics going on here. So you don't need to make a changes anywhere in this particular page. Everything is fine and dynamic. I'll simply close this one. So this is the page we have. Then we have the provider, and these 2 providers will help you to interact the application in the mobile device. So this is the custom signer object we have built. So you can easily able to have the signer object and provider and make the transaction on your phone, because generally we don't have extension in mobile device. We only have in the browser in the desktop. So we need to build a separate system which handle all the transaction in the mobile device and trigger the event. So that's the network configuration we have done. So if you come back to the Wing config file, here you will find all the setup we have done. So right now I have done the testing of the contract on the local host. So I'm using Wing provider for transaction for wallet configuration. So all you have to do is to simply provide the network which you want to use it. So right now I'm testing using hard hat localhost. So that's what I have given here. But if you want to use base mainnet or Polygon or Ethereum mainnet, any mainnet you want to use, make sure to import it. And that's the name you have to provide. So it will automatically do the configuration of the wallet in your application. So this is the only change you have to do based on the network which you want to use it. I'll show you how you can find multiple network name. I have been giving you few example, but I'll give you the list of all the network which you can import it, and that's what you can call it. You can call whatever you want to this. There is no problem in that. We are using this wallet connect model. So we need to create our API in our wallet connect, and that's what we have to configure in the application, which I will show you. So that's the provider we have. We can come back to the public. You don't need to make any changes here. If you know how to do and handle the CSS and JavaScript, then you can simply do and modification. But if you don't know, just keep it as it is, because it's well optimized and well compressed. You can simply put your logo. So this is the logo which I have used in our application, but you can put your image and make sure to give the exact name. Make sure to give the exact name and it will reflect absolutely fine. If you try to give a different name, make sure to go to that relevant section and you have to change the name manually. And this is the dummy, the previous icon which I used, that is there here. So that's the public we have. Then we have the style file. In that I'm simply using 2 different style models. One is the Tailwind style model and the other is my generated style models. There is no problem in that. You can use multiple models for building that. So we have all of this. Looks fine. You don't need to do anything in here. I'll simply close this one, and I can come back here in the template. And this is the main folder which contain the entire home page code. So we have the global, in which we have couple of components. We have the contact pop-up model where user are simply putting their email address and doing the contacting you. So that's all the code you will find here. We have the footer, we have the header, we have the preloader, we have the script, we have the scroll top, we have the doc. So you can simply edit all this information and provide your token details here. You can simply do the modification very easily. You can put your details right up here about the project section. So that's what we have here. This is the global section, and this is the regular component we have for all the components. So if you want to use the brand section, if you come back to the page, there you will find in the index page we are using the brand. So if you want to do any editing in the brand component, you can simply come back here in the brand and you can simply replace or remove the images or edit the text. That's all you can do. Same thing for the FAQ, hero section, intro, invest, partner, roadmap, team area, and YS. So you can simply do all the changes. So this is the dummy data which I have provided for the template when I was designing it, but you can simply put your details. All this ROI, you can simply calculate that what you want to provide, exactly quantity you want to allow as a pre-sale. That's all you can calculate and provide here. Close this one. Then we have this util function which allow us to do the initialization. Simply ignore it. It's our countdown time which I'm using it. Perfect. So this is the template, and you will find this environment variable, and here we have to provide all of this details. So we have to get our Wagmi API key. You can get it or you can ignore it. There's no problem. Anyway, I'm going to provide you this. It's not that important, but this one is very important. You have to use your own project ID. You can use this one. There is no problem, but it has a limited number of requests. So I would suggest you to create your own project, and that's what you can simply provide here. In that way, you can easily able to do the DNS configuration as well, which I will show you. And here you have to provide your contract address. So once you will deploy the contract, that address you have to provide here. So I'm going to simply remove, or you can just give it as there. So right now I've done the testing using Hardhat. So that's the Hardhat account, and I already deployed this particular application, particular contract to a different network. So that is here. So I'm going to simply remove this one, and whatever changes I'm doing right up here, it's already done in the final source code when you will download it, and you will not find there. So here I'm going to provide the contract address, and you have to get your forms paired API key, which will allow you to send an email, which I will show you. And here you have to pick the date range, that how long you want to run this pre-sale. So the timer we are displaying on the home page about the details about our project. So you can give the pre-sale duration, and it will automatically trigger in our front end side. And here you have to provide the maximum user deposit, that what is the maximum user deposit you are allowing. You have to update that as well here. So the logic will be easily compatible in our front end side. So this is the thing which you have to do the update, which I will show you. Okay. And we have this get ignore. Simply keep it as it is, because we don't need to push some of the things. I have done the optimization, and let me have a look. So I don't need this Hardhat file. Actually, I want this file. So I'll simply, and whatever changes I'm doing, it's already done. Okay. So this is there. We have this, just keep it as it is. We have the package.json file, just keep it as it is. And here we have the package.json file, which contain all the important packages which we need to build this particular application. You can call whatever you want. I have given this version name, but you can change the version name. And we are using these three modules like dev, build, start, lend. And I will also show you that how you can deploy this application to Netlify, generating a static file. I'll show you. We have this important packages. All of these packages are well compatible with the latest version. So in the backend side, when we are using Hardhat, in that we are using the old version of Node, but in the front end side we are using the latest version, because Hardhat is not compatible with the latest version. So we have all of these packages which looks fine. And here we have the dev packages for Tailwind, because we are using Tailwind for styling. So I'll simply close this one, and here we have the post CSS. Simply ignore that one. Here we have the Tailwind configuration. So this is going to be our primary color, this is the secondary color, and you can do all the modification from your end if you know how to do it. Okay, if you don't know it, just keep it as it is. If you come back to the readme file, there you will find the entire architecture we have used for the particular project. So I have given few instruction. This is the product architecture which I am following, different component, different folder. And here is a requirement which you need to have. You need to have the Node version. This one is required because we're going to deploy our contract. So Hardhat is supported by this Node version only. If you use any other version like higher than this, or maybe too lower than this, is going to create a problem. You need VS Code, and we need MetaMask wallet for making the transaction. And you can simply watch this video till then, you will understand everything. So I'll simply close this one. Now come back to smart contract. So you will find one more folder which is called Web3, and this contain all the contract, all the setup for deployment of our contract, doing the network configuration in the local or in the development. That's all you will find right up here. So when you will deploy the contract, Hardhat is going to generate this artifact automatically. So let me show you. I'm going to delete this one, but it will be there in the final code. I can delete this as well. This is what you will have. Let's come back to the contract, and I have called this particular file meme token, but you have to give your name. Okay, so click here, and here you will find the complete smart contract we have designed for this particular project and all the logic we have built for taxation and burning. So I'm using the interface OpenZeppelin. These are the latest model we are using. That's what I am inheriting on my contract. You can see this is the burn rate, which is 1%. 100 means 1%. 1% for burn, 1% for taxation. You don't need to do anything in here. So just keep it as is. Here we have the other details about our token, that when the pre-sale will start, when it will end, soft cap. So we have a hard cap and this pre-sale price. So this pre-sale price is nothing but a token, the number of token which you want to provide to the user. So if user invest 1 ETH, they will get 1 million token. You can set any value. So that's the value we're going to store right up here. The maximum bounty, the end, and the minting capability. You can simply turn it off and turn it on. So just keep it as it is. We have all the functionality. These are the details we have to provide when we go to deploy the contract. So we have to provide the name of the token, the symbol, the starting, ending, soft, hard cap, price, max, and the admin address, which is going to control the entire smart contract. So this is our constructor we have. I'm going to close this one. So the next function we have is this mint token, and this function can call only by honor. So if you want to increase the supply beside this pre-sale, you can call this function which you have seen, and you can mint token. Then we have this set enable, so you can change the state to disable minting or enable minting. Then you can able to get the current supply of the token, because this is getting minted by users and admins. So you have to need a function for that. Here we have a function for transfer of the token. So you can simply call the transfer function. And if you want to simply do a normal transfer, you can do that, or you can simply include the taxation. So I will go with this. So you don't need to make any changes. Just keep it as it is, whatever logic we have implemented. Perfect. So this is all the contract we have built. If you are making any changes, you have to replace the API. Okay, so you can simply call whatever name you want to give your contract. You can give the name here as well as give the same name here. So this is the complete contract. Let's close this one. Now come back to the script. If you come back to the deploy, there you will find all the script we have written for deploying our contracts. So you can use the same script for deploying to any text network or main network, but you have to do the configuration. So what we are doing, we are getting all the variables. So all the variables which you have to update in your environment variable. Let me show you the environment variable. Come back here, and here you have to provide all the environment variables. So currently I'm going to deploy on Ethereum test network. So that's the RPC URL I have provided. If you are deploying to mainnet like mainnet Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, you have to give that particular URL here, and you have to give your wallet private key which you want to use for deploying the contract, and you make sure you should have some font. This one is optional. You can simply provide it or ignore it. So if you want to provide your Etherscan API key, you can simply go to the Etherscan, and from there you can create your API key, and that's what you can provide. And here you have to provide your contract address, which is not that important, because when you will deploy the contract, you're going to get it. So I have kept it just as it is. So I'm going to simply remove this one. You can provide it, or you can simply ignore this. This is not that important. When you will download the final source code, all of this update which I'm doing is already done. This one is important, and you have to give the details correctly. So what do you want to call to your token? That's the name you have to provide. This is going to be your symbol of the token. This is going to be the soft cap, and this number is in Ether. This number is in Ether. So then 10 Ether we are setting as a soft cap, and we are setting the hard cap is to 50. And this much token I want to provide equivalent to 1 Ether. So if users spend 1 Ether, they will get this much token. And this is the max bounty I have set for user. So one user can not invest more than 2 Ether. You can set it to 1 or 5. You can do that. But 2 is what exactly we use in the industry. And here we have the timer. So I want to add a delay of 5 minutes. So when I will deploy the contract, after 5 minutes, the contract will get started and taking investment. So this is the delay time I have started. You can set it for any number. You can simply set it for 10. So it will start with 10 minutes. You can set it for days as well. There's no problem in that. But minute is what we use in the industry. And here we have the duration. So you can set this duration to minute, day. All you have to do is to simply provide the time. So if this 10, I have set this to 10. So this can be converted to days, minute, or month, which I will show you how you can do that in the script. So whatever I'm telling you, do exactly the same thing, test. After that, do all the changes. Got it? So this is what I'm adding 5-minute delay, and duration is going to be 10 minutes, so I can show you the testing, so I don't need to waste for a long. So these are the variables, very important. Make sure to give your RPC URL if you are testing on the actual test network, and here you have to provide your details like token name, symbol, soft cap, hard cap, the token which you want to provide equivalent to 1 ETH, and this is going to be our max delay of 5 minutes, and 10 minutes is going to be last. Now let's come back to our script. I can click here, and all the variables which I have imported here, you can see token name, symbol, soft cap, hard cap, we have the price, buy, max limit, delay, and we have the presale duration. And here I'm doing all the configuration. So if you go with this particular value, minute, so if you have provided 10, so it will take 10 minutes. If you want to run into an hour, so you can simply copy this one and paste here. If you copy this and paste here as an hour, so this will become hour. If you copy this and paste here, so this will become day. So that's how you can simply switch from minute, hour and day. So if you want to, obviously going to plan with the day, so you can simply copy and paste here. If you want to add the delay in day as well, so you can simply copy this one and paste here. Or if you want to go with delay in minute or an hour, you can simply copy and paste here. But I just want to keep it in the minute section so I can do the testing. I don't need to wait for an hour or day. So that's how you can control the timing. You can go with the minute, you can go with the hour, and you can go with the day. That's all you have to simply update here. Hope this is clear to you. So here we have the signer. So if you are deploying using Hardhat, it will use automatically the Hardhat account. But if you are using other actual network or a test network, then it's going to use this private key, and whatever private key you're going to provide, means I have an account and I'm using that particular account for deployment, so you have to provide the private key of that particular account here, and it will become the admin. That particular address will become the admin. So here we have that one. I'm getting all of this. Then I'm converting the timing, because this is the timing which I have to provide as a start time and end time, that how long it's going to be running our presale. That's, you don't need to make any changes here as well, just keep it as it is. This is going to be the same, and you're going to keep it as it is, don't need to make any changes here. So that's the logic I have said, that if users spend 1 ETH, they will get 1 million token, means whatever token number you're going to define, that's what user will get as per 1 ETH. And here I have set the maximum 2, because that's what you can see here. So these variables are very important. Just keep it as it is. This is fine, don't need to make any changes. This is what we are passing in our contract. Once we are deploying it, that's all the information we are passing to our contract, because that's what we need. And we are using this particular account as an admin, which we are using for deployment, and we are doing the deployment successfully. So just keep it as it is. I hope you have understood that what changes you have to do, all the changes you have to do right up here. And from here you can able to set the delay in minute, an hour by using these variables. Got it? Looks pretty fine. Now I'm going to simply close this one, close this one, close this one, close this one. You have seen the environment variable. Now come back to the Hardhat config file. So here we have done all the configuration. We going to first test using the localhost Hardhat. After that, I'm going to use this Hostly Ethereum test network where I'm going to deploy the contract. You don't need to make any changes. You don't need to make any changes. I'll show you how you can do the configuration. So first I'm going to test using Hardhat. So just keep it as it is. And you can come back to the package.json file. There you will find all the packages which we are using in this particular project. So this is going to be our dev dependency. We are using Hardhat toolbox for deployment, Ether, wallet provider chain, and Ethereum wallet. Here we have the contracts packages. So we are using OpenZeppelin contract. We are using the dev for getting the environment variable. We have Ether and Hardhat. And here we have multiple scripts. So first we're going to test our contract using Hardhat localhost. So this is the command we're going to run for running the node. Then we're going to simply run this particular command for deploying to the local host. But when we're going to deploy to the actual test network like Ethereum test network, then we're going to simply execute this command, because that's what the configuration I have done here. So I have called this Hostly. So the moment I will call this, the moment I'm going to simply call this command, it will automatically going to trigger this and is going to simply deploy. So if you want to change to any other network, all you have to do is to simply provide the RPC URL of that particular network here or in your environment variables. That's what you can provide, and you can change the name as well. You can call, if you want to use Binance, you can simply call Binance, and you have to provide the chain ID of that particular network. In that way, you can able to deploy to any other network. Got it? And the same thing you have to do right up here. So right now I have called this Hostly, so you have to call whatever you have called right up here. Hope this is clear to you. that what exactly you have to do. Done. Now we're going to simply test the application. I hope you have understood the complete architecture of the project, that what are the folders and files is there, what are the changes you can do based on the network configuration. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the installation, and first I want to show you that how you can do the modification in the front end section in the home page, because whatever data I have provided in the home page you'd want to replace with your. So first thing you have to do is let's open up your terminal. And this time I'm not going to deploy the contract straight away because I want to simply do the editing in the template in the front end sides. So I'm on the main directory. This is the main directory. If I show you my node version, I have this, the latest one, and everything was working fine on the front end side with this particular node version. But if you want to use the same node version with the back end where we are deploying the contract using hard hat, is going to create a problem. So on the front end we are using this one, which is absolutely fine. If you have any other version, if it's work on the front side, you can go with that, but I would suggest you to go with the latest one in the front end side. So this is the one which I have. If I show you my npm version, I have the latest one. There's no problem in that. So first thing, I'm going to do the installation of all the packages which you can see in my front end section, all of the thing which I have to install. So simply type npm I and hit enter, and it's going to do the installation of all the packages. It might take a little bit time because we have a couple of packages. Some of the packages are pretty heavy like this one, but it's well optimized as per the current model we have used. So we have done the installation successfully. You can see we are getting this couple of vulnerability because right now we are using the latest version of node and some of the packages are not compatible, but everything is working absolutely fine. There is no problem in that. Just keep it as it is. We have to simply remove all the thing. Now we have done the installation and we got this node module in which we have all the packages which we have highlighted here. So that's the first thing you have to do. Now I'm going to simply run this particular command because I want to see my front end and do the basic editing, and I want to show you. So simply type npm run dev, and this is going to start the application on our dev environment. So we have just started the front end. We haven't deployed the contract. So when we're trying to interact with the contract, it's going to create a problem. So right now you can see I don't have this ABI. That's why I'm getting this error. So what I will do is let's deploy the contract. Let's deploy the contract because I don't have the ABI. I have deleted the ABI. So I'll simply open it up, and if I come back here, there's no ABI. So I have to get into this particular folder. So let's close this one, open it one more time, and I can simply type cd web3. You have to call this cd and you have to give the name of the folder where you want to go. So I want to go from my main directory to this particular folder. So I'll simply hit enter and I'm into this particular directory. And if I show you, this is the packages which I have to install. So if I show you my node version, I have this one. So I have to switch back to my required node version. And I have already explained tons of time in this particular video that how you can switch your node version. So I can use NVM start for node version manager. So I'll take NVM use and I have to give that version name 18.17.1. This particular version is well compatible with our hard hat package. So I'll simply hit enter and it's going to simply switch my node version to this one. If I show you my node version, it will this. But the moment I will close my terminal and open it one more time, say node, it will come back to the latest one because this is the configuration which I have done. If you have the same configuration, make sure to check always your node version when you are running your backend code like the hard hat and when you are running the front end code. I just wanted to show you. Okay, so let's come back to my original one. Okay, let me close. So let me open it one more time. Let me go to cd web3 and I can simply switch back to my required one. I've done with that. Now I have to simply run this particular command. So I have to install the packages. Simply type npm I and it's going to do the installation of the packages in our web3, and here we are getting this. It's happening very quickly because we have very few packages. Like this is the version, and all the version which I have used in the project, you have to use the exact version. If you change the version, it's not going to work because the logic, the feature we have included based on that. So it's going to happening very quickly. Just a moment. As soon as the installation will complete and we'll have our node module installed successfully. So it's taking a little bit time. Just give a moment. And finally, we have done the installation. Simply ignore these warnings. I'll clear up my terminal. Now we are ready to deploy our contract. If I show you I have the required one. Now I have to simply run this particular command. Come back to the deploy script. This is the one which I have to run. It's going to start my local blockchain so I can test locally. So to run, I have to simply type npm run dev, not dev, node, and hit enter. This will start our local blockchain node, and this will give you 20 plus account. These are all harded account, and each account will have 10,000 fake ETH, which you can use for testing your contract. And if you want to use this account, you have to simply copy this private key and you have to import in your MetaMask. And by default, Hardhat is going to use this particular account, the very first account for deploying your contract when you are using localhost 226. This is the account is going to be used for deploying of the contract. So you have to keep this running. The moment you will stop, it's not going to work. You have to make this keep running. Now I'll click here. I'll come back to the next component, next terminal. You have to keep this running. You have to be sure that you are in the same folder, Web3. And if I check my node version in this, it will be the latest one. So I have to switch back to my required one. So I got it. Now I have to run this particular command, and this is going to deploy my contract locally. So I'll simply type npm run, and I'm going to simply copy this command and paste here and hit enter, and it's going to deploy the contract and generate the artifacts. So you can see you will have the artifacts right up here. So our contract is deployed successfully. You can able to find all the details, start time, end time, the contract address. So we got this address, because when you will deploy using Hardhat, you will have the same address. That's the default structure of the Hardhat program. It will generate the same address for first contract. So you have to simply copy this one and you have to provide in the front end. So I'll simply come back here, and that's what I'm going to replace, which is already here, the same address. You can see the per token, like if user will invest 1 ETH, they will get this much token. So all the calculation is going to happen on this. Looks pretty fine. And it will generate the artifact. Inside that we'll have the contract ABI, which we need for making the transaction. So looks good. We have done with the deployment of the contract in our local environment. Now I'll simply clear up my terminal. Make sure this should be running. You don't need to stop this. If you cut this by mistake, you have to do the same thing and restart. I'll simply close this one. I'll click on this so I can have the latest node version. I have to go out of this folder. I'm on this Presale wing, the main directory. If I show you the node version, I have the latest one. Now I can run the front end. I can simply type npm run dev, and it will start the front end. So our application is running fine. Now I can come back to my browser, and I can simply minimize this one. Can go back to the home page, and just a moment, here our application got started successfully. I can simply come back here and I can show you all the details. You can simply click here. You will come back to the home page, and right now you can see that our presale is not started because we have added 5 minutes buffer time. Not started. It will start after 3 minutes. So, and we have set the duration of the presale is 10 minutes. So all the dynamic component is working fine. Here we are displaying that presale not started. So user has to wait till the presale is getting start. And the rest of the things which you can see, the logic is working fine. That if user invests this much, they will get this much token. If it's invest this much, they will get this much token. So all the things are dynamic, which is working absolutely fine. So I have to wait till the end. This time period get over, then we can simply start investing. So I can simply do one thing. I can simply out of my MetaMask, let's log out, and that's how it's going to look. Right now I'm not connected. Click on this connect, nothing will happen. I have to click here and click on this connect. Let me give this and click on this connect, and I'm connected. Perfect. And you will see that I have done the configuration for the localhost. That's why this is the localhost I have done. If you already have localhost configured in your MetaMask, like if you already have localhost in your MetaMask, you can simply remove that, because we have to do automate configuration. So I'll simply select here, delete this one, and you can see right now I don't have MetaMask. It's saying wrong network. If I reload, it will say wrong network. So I have to click here. I'll get the option, click on this localhost, and it's going to add this network. Simply click on approval and it's added. If you click on MetaMask, and you can see MetaMask is there. So if you have already added MetaMask localhost, make sure to remove that, because this time we have to do the configuration based on our Wing provider. So here the presale is, I guess, let me reload the page. It is again 1 minute is left. After that presale will start, and we'll have the component where we can start claiming the token. Perfect. So just wait for a minute. Let me wait. So you can see that the presale is started. I have to reload the page, And you can see I'm getting this warning. It's not an error because we are using some of the libraries to get the ABI and doing the configuration. So whenever you're getting this warning, make sure to simply do a reload and it will fix the issue. It's not an error. You can see the Presale is active at the moment. And when you deploy your contract, make sure admin need to invest at least some amount, because when you will invest some amount, you will have the control over the taxation. That's the extra layer of security we have added. So you have to invest at least few fund in it. So as an admin, I have to invest. So I'll go with this minimum value, or I can give a maximum. There's no problem in that. I can click on this contribute and I can click on this confirm. So I have invested this much and this much token I will get. And this is the 1 token cost. When the Presale will fail, you can easily able to withdraw this fund from this particular contract. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here and I can simply go back to account number 4. Click on this connect. Let me clear my MetaMask history and reload the page. And I can simply give the contribution, let's say 2 ETH. That's the maximum a user can contribute. And the changes are done. Now this time I'm going to simply wait till the end of this particular Presale, because this time I don't want to reach the soft cap. Then what will happen and how user can withdraw the funds. So this account will deposited 2 ETH, and from that account I have deposited like 0.1, and that's this much fund we have in the contract so far with the 2 user. Now let's come back to the home page and let me show you how you can do the editing. So this is what we have. All of this data which you can see right up here in the home page is the static data, and that's the architecture we are following. That business logic is different and details, the static components are different. So if you want to change anything manually, you can do that. For example, I want to change this text. So you can simply come back here. You can go back to the template section and you can go back to the component. So first you can come back to the page, go back to the index, and here you will find all the component. So you can see we have this brand section. Let me start with there. We have this brand section, this one, and I don't want to display this brand section. So I can do one thing. I can simply come back here. I can simply comment this and I can simply give a reload. You will see that brand section is gone. It's not here. So that's how you can remove or add the section. If I come back here and if I want to bring it, I can bring it back and the brand section will be visible. The brand section is visible. If you want to change the images of this brand, you can do that. You can come back here. So you can go back to the brand component, and if you go back to the template, inside that we have this home, and here we have the brand. You can come back here and you can able to text all the things. So right now it's called our top partner. That's what we have given, our top partner. You can say whatever you can, like TBC, and you can simply call TBC. So you can simply remove it or you can simply bring it back and it's gone. But we need to provide something here. This is fine. And here you can see that we have all of these images, but definitely you want to use some of the different images for your branding. So you can simply do that. So you can see here we have given the location, and all of this image is coming from the public folder. So you can come back here, go back to the public, then you will find this asset folder. Inside the asset we have this categories. So inside the asset we have the image folder in which you will find all the images. So if you want to add images, you can simply do the modification in this way. So you can go back to the brand. Here we have the brand, and here we have keep all the images. So you can simply provide your images and you can simply replace it one by one. So this is the name of the given 01 PNG, and that's what I have provided. You can simply remove it. The image would be broken. You can say it's broken. If you want to add, you can simply add your image, and that's the name you have to provide. So that's how you can access and change any images, because all the images coming from here except our logo. So that's how you can change anything right up here in the component section. Hope you have understood. Same thing you can do with anyone. So if you want to change this text, like in us we have all of these details, and definitely you want to explain about your. So you can simply come back here in the pages, index page. Here we have this. Go back to the template, home, and we have this us component. I've given the relevant name, so you can simply change, like why you choose. I can say TBC, stand for the blockchain coder. If you save it, you can come back here, it's changed to TBC. So that's how you can do the editing. This is very basic. You can simply do the text editing and you can do that very easily. Same way you can be able to replace the images. You can go back to the normal folder. So we have the folder called image, in that we have the update. If you want to add any extra folder for other user, you can simply do that. So come back here, we have this images, in that we have the update. You can create another folder. You can keep all the images in that folder, and that's the folder name you can give, and you can give the name. Very simple. You can simply do the editing, simply do the calculation and do the editing in terms of dollar, quantity. That's all you can replace. All the whites which you can see, which you can do the editing. So I hope you have understood. Got it? You can simply change the progress bar, which all the percentage. So right now it's on the 40%. If you come back here we have this in a different percentage ratio. You can simply change this to, let's say, this one is the first one, I guess. Yes, it's a first. No, this one is the last one. Like we have this 70%. If I want to make it 100%, save it and it will be 100%. So simply reload the page and it will be 100%. So that's how you can simply control the thing. It's a really very valuable section which increase the curiosity among the investors. So that's how you can do the editing of this particular component section. Now if you come back here in the hero section, because I want to show you something, and if you go back here in the hero section, and here you will have the time down counter. So this time down counter is nothing related with the smart contract. Whatever date you will post, that's going to be displayed here. So this hero section have this percentage bar, so you can put any percentage bar as a increasing curiosity for the user. You can give that, and here we have the timer. So this timer is coming from our environment variable. So if you come back to the environment variable, this is the timer I have set. If I want to set, let's say for the February, I can do that. I can save it and I can come back here. You can see the data is changing. It's 39 days. That's how you can simply control. I hope you have got the point. That's how you can control it. Today is Jan and how many days is left. If I give it 1, you will see that it will change. So today I'm recording is 20 and it's going to be in the 9 days, because that's what I have. So you can simply change. You can give the manual date and it will work absolutely fine. So I'll go with 8. I will go with 5, because generally we'll run the pre-sale for a couple of months, and in between that we do all the marketing. So in the same way, you can able to display and change all of this. All of this you can simply replace. You can go back to the relevant component section and you can simply change the images. In this case of project details, you can click here and you can come back here in the project details. So we have that particular section called, let me close this one, and we have the partners, teams. You can know how to do the changes. So this is all the team, all the user information we are displaying, which you can see. So all of this images is coming from the team folder. So let me show you so you not get confused. We have the image, we have the update. In that we have couple of folders, hero, we have the team, clients, icons. That's all we have. So you can simply do the explore and do the changes according to that. Now come back to the project. So I guess I keep the project right up here in this one. So come back to the pages, and here you will find that we have this contact pop-up and token docs model, means the document of our project. So we have this right up here in the global one. So if you come back to the template, we have this global. In that we'll have this component like the pop-up contact model. So right now you will see that we are taking all of these details. Like, let me close this one, and here we have this location, contact. If you don't want to display all of this, you can simply remove that. So you can simply come back in the HTML, you will have the button. You have to simply provide this button, and we have this one, the main component information, and here we have the location, contact, and email. If you want to simply comment this email, save it, the email is gone from here. You can simply bring it back, or you can simply do the text editing in the text. So you can simply change that one. I'll say the coders S. If you provide that, it will automatically change. So that's how you can do the editing. I hope you have got the point. User can simply put the name, you can give the details, the company name, and they can simply give a message, and you can click on send, and the message is sent, and you will receive in the email which I will show you. Okay, I got the mail. I can click here. In the same way, you can do the editing in the models like the project document. I can come back here. I'll close this one. Now come back to the token details. From here you can do the modification. So all the details, this is the about project. You can come back here, click on the document, and click on this. Here you will find that about project. This is the text we have provided, and that's the text we have. Here we have the key component. You can simply do the editing. This is the token details. That's what we have provided here. You can put your details about the token manually. That's all you will provide. That what is your goal, that's all you can explain here. Now if you come back to the token distribution, that's the component we have. Token distribution, this is the one. You can simply come here and you can do the changes in the text, all of this. So this document distribution is coming from here, so you can simply play around with this. Tokenomic details, we have the tabs, and all of this looks great. I hope you are understanding that what exactly you have to do. Here we have the token metrics. You can simply play around with the metrics which we are providing here, like the pools and the liquidity. That's all we have here. Then we have the phases. You can simply change all of this data, like the connect wallet. That's all you can provide. So you can explain about the roadmap, the overview, the tokens, the price you're going to set, the how to buy. So if your token is available in any other platform, you can simply highlight that. You can see the security, everything is working fine. So I hope you have understood that what exactly you have got and how you have to do the setup. Now come back to the claim. So I'll simply come back here, click on this claim token, and right now the presale is ended and we have failed to raise the soft cap, but still I'm not getting the option. So admin need to confirm the end of the presale by calling this particular function. So I have to change my account because that's the validation I have added, that only can admin have the access. And I can click here and this is displaying. If you want to hide this, you can hide that. But if any other account which is not the admin will try to access the admin panel, they cannot have the access. But if you want to hide it, you can do that very easily. You can simply come back here and go back to your, like in the component section, we have the header, and all you have to do is to simply remove this one. In this way, this menu will be not visible here. So no one can know that how to go to admin, but you know how to go to the admin. You can simply come back here, type admin and hit enter, and you will have the admin access. Perfect. So the button is visible. I can simply click on this end presale and it's going to make end. Click on confirm and we can say okay. So the presale is ended successfully. Now I can simply come back here in the presale page, and now I will able to have and withdraw my fund. So I have this much investment in this particular fund. I can simply click on this refund, request refund, and click on confirm, and I have withdrawn my fund which I have invested. If I see my admin panel, you will see that fund is withdraw and now only 2 ether is left. Earlier it was 1 there. Now the moment I will switch my account to account number 4, I will be out from this particular one. Come back here. Let me clear out my admin panel, like MetaMask history. Now I can able to withdraw the fund I have invested. So this is the fund I have invested. I click on this request refund and click on this confirm. So the refund is completed and we have no fund available in the contract. If I switch my account, you can click on this setting and remove this one. And if I show you the transfer, I have no token available because the presale got failed. But as an admin, I can simply mint the token. So I can simply come back to the admin panel and we already have the function here. So if I want to mint, let's say 10,000 or a million or any token amount, I can simply build. If I want to launch in billion, I can do that. I can click on this mint and it's going to make a call and click on confirm. So I have successfully mint the 1,000 million token. This much token I have mint. If I show you my MetaMask, you can see I'm the admin. I have this much token available. So I have to simply import the address of my token. So this is the address we have. This is the contract address. I can simply come here, click on this, import. I got it. I have imported and I have this much token. If I come back to the account number 4, this is what I have it. I can simply click here, import, and it has 0 token here. But this token, this 2 account took part in the presale. So I can able to use this component for transferring the token. Like I have to switch back to account number 3 because account number 4 don't have any token. I'll come back here. I can simply click on the setting, advanced, clear it up, reload the page. Now if I use my this account, I have 1,000 billion token. I can simply give the address where I want to do the transfer. So I can simply come back here. I can get the account number 4, and get the details, copy the address, and I can simply paste here. Click here and I can paste the address, and I want to transfer 100 token, and the transaction will be failed. We cannot able to use this component because the presale got failed. This is the advanced security level we have added. So click on this, it failed because the presale is failed, but we can use MetaMask. As an admin, I can use MetaMask. So I can come back here and I can click on this, click on the send, and I can choose account number 4, and account number 4 I have taken. Okay, let's come back here. Account number 3 I have to go because account number 3 has the token. Click on this setting, let's clear it up, open it up, click on the token, send, and I can give the address. This is the account number 4, and I want to transfer 100 token, but this account number 4 will receive 98 token. 1 token will burn, 1 token will charge for tax. Click on this continue and confirm, and the transaction in the process, and we can able to do the transfer. So if you come back, it went down, it got 91 because we took 1% charge. And if I come back here and if I click on this 4, it has 98. That's working fine, but this time we charge the tax. So what I will do, I want to exclude the admin for paying the burning and taxation. So let me come back here to account number 3 and let's clear it up. Try to understand that how everything is working. This is the powerful project we have built, which gives the complete control over the admin and the smart contract. So now we have this particular function. So I can see this 2 account took part. So I can able to exclude these addresses for paying the taxation. So I want to exclude the admin only. So I'll click here and click on confirm. So when the admin will transfer or receive, is will not pay the taxation. So now I will come back here, and right now you can see I have this much token. I can come back here again. I want to transfer to account number 4. I can simply copy this one, and this time the taxation will not charge and burning will not happen. The user will receive the complete 100 token. Let's give this 100, continue, and the transaction in the process, confirm. You can come back to account number 4 and come back to the token. You can see we have received 100 tokens. So all the logic is working fine. I hope you have understood that how everything is coming together, how we have built this powerful application, how you can do the modification, how you can have the control over the application. Every single thing is looking great. So this is how you have to do the setup, of the project when you will get the final source code. Now let me show you how you can deploy this smart contract to the actual test network and get all of this variable. So first thing we need to get our Acmely is not that important. You can keep it as it is, but we need the wallet connect provider. This is what we need, and you have to get your own. So to get that, you can simply come back here, type wallet connect project ID, hit enter. You will find multiple links, so you have to come back here and you have to click on this relay, and it will come back to the official website. There you can able to have all the models which is available. If you haven't created an account, make sure to create your account. You will have 2 options, with email or with MetaMask wallet. I already have my account, so I'll have this option called Cloud Doc. You can click on that and you will come back here in your dashboard. There you will find all the project which you have created. So here I have all the project which I have extracted with. So I'll click on this project, and here we'll find all the project which I have created. I need to create one project, so I'll simply click on this create. You can call whatever you want. So I'll say, let's say Presale DApp, and you have to configure your domain URL. Right now I'm not going to provide it, but when you will deploy your application on internet, you have to provide your URL, so it will make an easy connection. Click on connect, and I'm not going to use any one of this. I'll simply skip that one. Click on this, and it's going to generate my project ID. So here it's generated my project ID, and this is what I need. Simply copy, come back here, and that's what you have to provide here. That's how you have to provide. Got it? Your project ID is there. We have this one. Now we have to get our actual contract address which we going to deploy to our test network. So we'll do that. Let's get this form spare. So it's pretty easy. It's absolutely free to create your account. I already have my account, so I'm going to simply log in. Make sure to create your account and verify your account, and you will have all the details. So let me click on this sign in, and I will be having my dashboard. You can able to track down all the admins, all the emails which users are sending. You can able to do that. So to create a new form, all you have to do is to simply click here form, and there you will find all the forms we have here. Now click on this add new. Here you will have few things like you want to create a new project or new form. So I want to create a new project. So click on this new project. You can call whatever you want. I'll say staking DApp, and you can able to click on this create project, and here you will have the create project. You can create multiple form in a particular project. You can able to see all the details. You can able to provide your URL once you will deploy application, and you can simply restrict, but I will say just make it open for all, and click on this, and from here you have to select. We have multiple project, but we have to use this particular project, and this is the email ID which you will use for creating an account. In that you're going to receive all the notification, all the emails. So that's what I have to select, and I've selected this. I can call this staking email. Got it? I can click on this create form, and it's going to create a form under the staking email. Now all you have to do is to simply get your key. Here you will have multiple options like HTML, JSX, but we are interested in key. So this is the key which you need. Copy that one, and that's what you have to simply provide, and that's what you can simply provide here. So we are done with this. Now you have to provide this, whatever dead period you want to select for running the presale. You have to select this, so our counter timer will work on the home page, and this is the maximum bid we had set. So whatever bid you are setting, which you are providing in the contract. So if you come back here in the environment, we are setting the 2. That's what you have to provide here. Sun is going to do the proper configuration in the front end side. Got it? Now is the time to deploy our contract. So I'll simply click and come back to the hard hat config file. We have already done the testing using the hard hat local. Now we're going to use this Hostly test network. If you are using any other test network, make sure to get the RPC URL of that particular blockchain. So to get that, you can simply come back here, open a new type ARKM RPC. This is a very powerful website which will give you 50 plus blockchain RPC URL with the test network. So you can simply come back here and select the network which you want. So if you want to go with the base network, you can simply toggle with testnet, and you can copy this one. But I want to deploy to the Ethereum test network. So I'll click on the Ethereum, click on the testnet, and I'm going to use Hostly, not Sofale. So I'll simply copy that one, and that's what I have to provide here. You have to provide here, and you have to provide here as well in the environment variable. So this is the same URL which I have provided. This is not that important, just keep it as it is. And here you have to get your private key of the account which you want to use for deployment of the contract. So in this case, I'm going to use this particular account. So I'll come back here. If I open my MetaMask, and I'm going to switch my Hostly network. So I'll switch back to Hostly, and I'm going to use the actual account. You cannot use the test account of hard hat for deploying on the contract. You have to use your actual account. In that you will have fund. So I'm going to use this account number 2, which is my actual account, and I already have this much fund in it. You can see I have already had 3 test for set Ether, which I can use for deploying the contract. So you have to get your private key. So to get that, you can click here, click on the show private key. You have to give your password, and you can click on hold, copy that. Now you can come back here, and here you have to provide that. Here you have to provide it. So let me provide it very quickly. So I have provided my private key successfully. Now you have to give your details about the contract. So you have to select what is the name, what is the symbol, what is the soft cap, hard cap, provide how many token you want to provide to user if they invest 1 ETH, and this is the max limit, delay time, and this is what we have. I'll close this one, and I'm going to deploy to Hostly. Now I'll come back to the script, and here you can see that the time I have set for in minute, but I want to have in days. So I'll simply copy this day, and that's what I can simply paste here, and paste here. So this will trigger in days. So whatever I have provided here in the environment variable, this will become 10 days, and this will become 5 days. But I don't want to have the 5-day delay. I want to have minute, the delay. So I'll give this minute. Got it? I hope this is what you have to do. Once you're done with that, let's close this one, close this one. Now we have to simply deploy the contract. So we already have the script ready. I'll come back here, and this is the script we have to run. So I'll simply copy this one, open up your terminal. I'm going to simply stop this, open it up. This time we don't need to run the local node. We are on the main directory, so we have to get into the required folder directory. So we are in the main directory, like Web3 folder, like this one in which we have the contract, and I have to check my node version. Got it? This I have to simply switch my node version. So this is the one which we are using, and now I have to simply run this command. I've called hostly, so I'll say npm run deploy, and it's going to deploy my contract to our hostly test node. You can see it's deploying. This is going to be the admin. This is my account balance, start times. This is the details we are providing the contract, and finally we have deployed our contract successfully. So I'm going to simply copy this one, copy my contract address, and that's what I have to provide here. So I'll simply come back here. I'm going to simply I'll bring it back here, and this one is for the test network, and I'm going to simply bring it here. Got it? So our contract is successfully deployed. We got all the things which is ready. Now we are ready to test our application. So all the setup we have done. You can check the environment variables. Looks fine. This is what we have. Every single thing is looking good. We have deployed our contract. Everything is the thing. Every single thing is done. Now we can simply open it up, and let's clear the terminal. And I'm going to simply close this one and open it up. So we are on the main directory. Now we can simply run the application. If I show you my node version, I have the latest one, no problem in that. I can simply type npm run and dev. But before I run, I have to change here. So this time I have tested on, not testing on localhost, I am testing on hostly, which is a Ethereum test network. So simply copy this one, and that's what I have to provide here. Now simply run, hit. It's going to simply start the application. So our application got started. Let me close this one, come back here, reload the page, and here we got it. So we got that hostly name. You can see the font is reflecting fine. If I change to any other network like mainnet, it will say wrong network. Click here, it will say hostly, and I'm connected. If you come back to the claim, there we have it. So still we have to wait for 3 minutes, and our presale will last for 5 minutes. And if you come back to the environment variable, you can see it's going to last for 10 days, because that's what we have set in our script here. So I'm going to bring it back so you can test in 10 days. After that, you can do the changes. So I have changes, and this is what exactly you will get in the final source code. After that, you can deploy, but before you deploy, make sure to do the exact changes. You have to decide that how much delay you want, number of days you want to run it, or for hour basically you want to run it. Obviously you're going to run in days, so you can give the number of days which you want to run this presale. If I give the days, it's going to run for 10 days. Got it? So it looks fine. I'll close this one, close this one, close this one. Now we can come back here. I have to wait for 2 minutes to get it complete. So here it's loading. Still I have few seconds left, and you can see this is going to last for 10 days, 1 minute, and itna second is left. So all the calculation time we are doing, it's actually dynamic. So I have to wait for 1 minute. So finally the delay time is about to over, and here it's got over. I have to give a reload, and there you will find that our presale got started. This much time is left, and now I can able to contribute. So I don't have much fun, so I want to spend very less. So I want to go with this amount. I'll click on this contribute, and it's going to make a call, confirm, and this transaction is happening on actual test network, which you can see. It's in the pending state. Once the transaction will complete, the data will be registered in the smart contract on the blockchain, and you can able to monitor all the stat as an admin. So just a moment. And this is the account I have used for deploying the contract, so it is the admin as well. So when you will start the presale, make sure to invest a little bit amount, so you will have the control. Got it? Now we got that one, and if I come back to the admin panel, there you will see I have the access of the admin panel. I can see the user. This is the balance I have of the token, and this much contribution we got it. That's all you will have. If I want to exclude myself, I can exclude for the taxation, confirm, and the transaction is the process. So just a moment. You have to do the exact setup the way I'm doing it. You have to do the exact setup the way I'm doing it. You can see the transaction is completed and we got our excluded address from the taxation. If you want to update the number of token, you can do the update. So at the moment you can see we are providing close to 1 million token. If I come back to the Web3, go back to the environment variable, this much we are providing if user invest 1 ETH. But you can reduce this. So if I want to reduce this, I can come back to the admin panel, and here we have the option. And you can able to update the quantity which you want to provide to the user during the pre-sale. Right now we are providing 1 million, but I can update that. So if I want to update that, I can do that. I want to simply update to 100 or 1000 for 1 ETH. I can simply update that. Click on confirm and the update is happening. This function can only be executed when the presale is going on. Once it's over, you cannot able to update this. So it's updated successfully. Now if you come back to the presale page, there you will find that the user will get this much token. Every single thing is got updated. If I invest, I will get this. If I invest this, I will get this. If I invest 1 ETH, I will get this one. If I invest it, I will get this one. So you can update that how much user can get. I'll get 100 token because I have invested 0.1 ETH. Every single thing is working fine. If I change my account and do the investment from my account number 1, I guess I have a couple of fund in it. I have this one. Let me clear my MetaMask history. Perfect. Now I can simply come here. I can do the investment. So again, I want to invest very less. 1. Click on contribute. Contribute. It's happening. Open up MetaMask. You can see the process is taking place. Once the transaction will complete, we can able to have the control over the application. So the transaction is processed, and finally the transaction is completed, and we have done the contribution. You can see the number of contribution users and how much token I will get for this particular contribution. So every single thing is looking great. This is how you can do that. And now our contract is on actual test network. I'll simply close this one. Now let me show you how you can deploy this code to Netlify and make it live. So I'll simply open up my application. I'm going to simply close this one. And first thing, I'm going to generate the static file. So I can see right up here in my package.json file, there you will find all of these details I have. So I'm going to simply execute this command to check is there any problem with the code. So I'll simply come back here and I will give this and call next export. This is going to generate the static file for us, which we can deploy. So I'll simply come back here. I have to open it. Sorry, my bad. And I have this one. I'll say npm run build. This is going to simply compress our file and generate the static file. So here the process got started. Just a moment. Here it's optimizing the production build. You are seeing a couple of warnings. Simply ignore that. It's not that important. Just wait. It's taking place, generating our static file, and finally we have generated that. You can see our file is got generated successfully. We got couple of warning. It's not that important. If I come back to the out folder, in that something went wrong, so we have to see. Here we have the copying static file, we have the page, we are using the images optimizer. So in some of the places we are using the Next.js image. That's what we have to optimize. So it's pretty easy to fix this one. All we have to do is to come back here in the Next.js config file, and here we have to simply optimize the image because we are using image tag in our application. So this is the piece of code. All this update is already done in your case, and I'm going to simply delete this one. Now let's open it up. Let me clear my item and let's run the command one more time, the build command. So this is the script we have for the build. We're exporting it up. Just wait, it's going to simply generate this time our folder. You can see this time it's happening, and here we got our folder successfully compiled and completed. Right now we are not getting any error. It's all deprecation warning. Simply ignore that one. But we have simply generated our file. If you click here in the out folder, there you will find our 40 admin index presale and all the assets modules we have, and this is the folder we have to deploy. Simply close this one, and this is what I'm going to deploy. So I'll simply minimize this. I can click here in Netlify, simply type Netlify. This is the very first link you have to click, and I have already connected my GitHub. So simply create an account and log in. So I'll simply log in to my account. Here you will find all the site which you have deployed. So I'll simply click on this, and here you will have 3 options. So we're going to deploy manually. Click on this and simply drag and drop the folder. So simply click here, come back to the desktop. Here I have this folder like this one. Inside that I have this out folder. I'll select and upload. Click on upload, and it's going to do the uploads successfully, and it's happening. Just a moment. So finally we have uploaded. You can able to see the confirmation. You can come back to the site configuration, and from here you can able to change the name. So right now this is the name I have. I can say Daulat Coder. I can give this. You can give all whatever you want. I can simply save it, and this name is available. I can simply click on this. It's going to open the application on internet, and I can simply share. So you can see sometime you will get this kind of warning. Simply reload the page, so it will reload our files quickly. Now you can click here, come here, and let's connect that. I'm connected successfully with the network. Click on this claim. It will take me here. I can able to see all the data. Currently all the data is coming fine. I have done the investment. That's all is there. So every single thing is looking good. Every single thing is looking good. I can easily able to connect for my mobile device. So I'll simply close this one. I can click on this wallet connect. It's going to give me the scanner. So here I've opened my camera. I can simply take it close, and here I got the option. Click on this, and it's going to open my MetaMask. Here it's doing my face validation. You can see I have already done the network configuration in my mobile device. Click on this connect, and I'm connected. You can see this is the account, the same account I have imported, which I have imported in my browser, and I'm connected. You can see the fund, and here I've already done the configuration of the network. So you have to do the network configuration and add all of this. So that's how you can make the transaction. If I try to invest money, so I can simply click here, and this time I want to invest, let's say 0.0, and the transaction will happen in my phone. So I'll click on this contribution, and you can see the process is happening, and here I got the confirmation in my wallet. I can click on this confirm, and the transaction in the process. You can also see the status is running, the contribution, and in my phone device is also see the transaction in the pending state, and the transaction is completed. You can see the notification. Click on this, and the transaction is completed successfully, and you have done the transaction. So this is working fine. I can open the application in my mobile device as well, and everything is working good. So I'll simply share the link, copy this one, and here you can see that I have opened the application in my phone. Every single thing is looking absolutely great. All the features, all the component, the logo and icon, that's all you can see. That's how it's going to look on a mobile device. I can simply click here, and it will take me on top. I can click here. I can able to have my navigation. So right now I'm not connected. I click on this connect wallet, and here we'll have a multiple option. So this time I'm going to connect with my connect wallet, or I can use my MetaMask. Both will work fine. So I already have a MetaMask, so this is the most popular wallet you will find. I'll click on this, and it's going to open the confirmation. So I have to simply click on allow. So it will open my MetaMask application, and here you can see this is connected. It's connecting. Just give a moment. Let's click on this connect, and permission updated, return back to your application. So I'll simply come back here, and here I got connected successfully. You can see my fund is reflecting fine. I can come back here, and I can do the investment. So I can simply click here on my mobile. I have here, it's taking a little bit time. I can simply come back here. I can do the investment. Let's say 1, it's a valid. Click on contribution. It's going to make a call, and I have to click on this confirm. The transaction in the pending state. Once it will complete, the data will reflect fine. The process is taking place. You can also come back here, and you can go back to the transaction log. There you can see the transaction went through, or you can able to click on it, and you can able to see the transaction in the process. We got the confirmation. One more confirmation, we got it. Now you can come back to the application, and still in the contribution mode. So sometime you have to reload the page to get it done. So it's loading. We got the details, and we got the contribution. You can see 3. So every single thing is looking fine. I hope you have understood that every single thing is working fine. I hope you have understood that how you have to do the setup once you will get the final source code. So that's the only thing I want to say. With that, I'm ending this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.